Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Pad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Astotarasata Sri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayo Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Astotarasata Sri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Sri Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopinath Shamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dhamma Ki Jai. Mayapur Dhamma Ki Jai. Jamuna Mayi Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Tulsi Maharani Ki Jai. Gaur Premananda Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Notice, please, not only but taste beautiful service. Bow down to the Lord's feet with great reverence. By His grace, one cross ocean of tears suffering, obtain mercy and fish. I only wish to have my conscience purified by the waters emanating from His lotus line. Attachment to His lotus feet is perfection of those all desires.
सदस्य मान भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय, रामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद से अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गौ गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय, वृंदावन धाम की जय, नवद्वीप धाम की जय, स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय, गंगा माई की जय, जमुना माई की जय, तुलसी देवी की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय। All glories to the Assembly Lord. All glories to the Assembly. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Today's morning class will be given on Srimad Bhagavatam 6.1.19. Date May the 19th, 1976, and location Honolulu. That's Srimad Bhagavatam 6.1.19 on May the 19th, 1976 in Honolulu.
Srimad Bhagavatam 6.2, chapter 1, verse number 19. Is it? Verse number
19, yes. Sakrit.
Sakit, Manaha, Krishna, Padaro, Vindayo, Sakit Mana Krishna Padara Vindayo, Nidbesitam, Tad, Gunaragi, Jai, Iha, Nidbesitam Tad Gunaragi Jairiha, Sakit Mana Krishna Padara Vindayo, Nidbesitam Tad Gunaragi Jairiha, Na Te Jamam Pasha Vitasya Tadbhatan Nati Jamam Pasha Vitasya Tadbhatan Sapne Api Pasyanti Hi Chirna Niskita Sapne pi pasyanti hi chinna niskita Sakit mana Krishna padar vindayo Nidbesitam tad gunaragi jairiha Nati jamang pasu bhitascha tad bhatan Sapne pi pasyanti hi chinna niskita So, Sakit Mana. Sakit means in once, in ecstasy, mind. Krishna Padara Vinda, the lotus feet of Krishna. If one thinks, Nidbesitam, with full ecstasy and absorption, if one thinks very nicely about the lotus feet of Krishna, tad anuragi, being attached, anuragi, jai, anyone, iho, in this material world, then what happens? Nati jamana pasa bhritasta tadbhrita. Jamapasa, Jamaraj, the superintendent of death. After death, one goes to Jamaraj, not the devotees, but the non-devotees. Nati jamang pasa bhritasta tadbhrita. Sapne, even in dream, they do not see Jamaraj. Sapne pipasyanti china niskita, are completely freed from all reaction of sinful activities. Simply by once thinking of Krishna. We are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but if we become at least once in life in ecstasy in chanting Hare Krishna, then all our sinful reaction of life is finished. Unfortunately, we again commit sinful life. Otherwise, by chanting once Hare Krishna mantra, one becomes immediately free from the reaction. But the Maya is so powerful that it induces again to commit sinful life. So we have to promise, just like Jogai Madhai, they were delivered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They are very sinful, their activities. Sinful means that has become ordinary things nowadays in Kali Yuga. What is that sinful? They are drunkards, illicit sex, meat eater, and gambling. These four things they are very much addicted, so they are rejected from the society. The society was so pure. 5,000 years before, Purification Maharaj gave the Kali Yuga 4 places. First of all, he wanted to kill Kali. Then he begged pardon that I am also your praja, a citizen in your kingdom, so it is my business to kill these animals, so why you are punishing me? So give me protection, what can I do? So Purification Maharaj said, no, you cannot do in my kingdom, you have to go out. The Purification Maharaj was the emperor of the whole world. So the Kali, he said, sir, you say go out of your kingdom, but where is not your kingdom, everywhere, throughout the whole world, where shall I go? Then he designated that you stay in these 4 places. What are those places? Where illicit sex, brothel, prostitutes and going on. You can live there. And where unnecessary animal killing is going on, you can stay there. And where drinking, intoxication is encouraged, you can stay there. And when gambling is there, you can stay there. So, he could not find any place throughout the whole world where these things are going on. That is the kingdom of Maharaj Parikshit. There is no chance. It is the government's duty to see that people are very nicely ruled so that they become all pious. That is the duty of the no, they were Rajas. Among Rajas, Sayu Vidu. Because if the king monarch is properly instructed, and if he orders that my subjects, my citizens should follow this order, then it will be automatically the king's order. So, in the Kali Yuga, they say, there is no such king, there is no such government, therefore people are becoming polluted. It is the duty of the Guru, the duty of the parents, duty of the government to train people in such a way that they may become pious, sinless. But they do not believe even in the next life, that if we act impiously, then we have to suffer next life. They avoid to believe that there is next life. But there is next life. In the morning we are talking about this. How you can say there is no next life? The child has got next life, a boy. The boy has got next life, a young man. And the young man has next life to become old man. Similarly, the old man has got next life. It is very common logic. And it is spoken by Krishna, the supreme authority. Even if you do not understand your dull brain, but we have to accept the words of Krishna. That is the critical point. If we take Krishna's instruction, everything will be solved. There will be no problem. Therefore we are presenting Bhagavad Gita as it is, to induce people to take as it is. Don't make any amendment, interpretation. As Krishna says, you do it. Then your life is. The instruction is there. It is not that we are manufacturing some ideas. No. That is not our business. We are following the same principle. As Krishna said to the sun god, Imam vivassati yugam pratyavana amayabham vivassana manavipraho manuikhaka vibravi evam param praptam imagarajase. The same thing. We have no difficulty. If you say, how can I take instruction from Krishna? Krishna is not present. No, Krishna is present by his instruction. The Bhagavad Gita is there. Not that it is necessary. Krishna is always present, but you have no eyes to see. That is another thing. Krishna is present everywhere. Annantarasthang paramanuchayantarasthang. Krishna is present everywhere, even within the atom. But we cannot see. That is another thing. I have no eyes to see. But if I develop Krishna consciousness, then I will see constantly Krishna. This is the fact. Premanyana churita bhakti vilochanena santas sadaiva hridayeshu vilokaya. Krishna consciousness means to develop love for Krishna. So one who has developed this love for Krishna, he can see Krishna every moment. There is no difficulty. Krishna is present. So, even though you think that Krishna is not present, but he is present by his words, Bhagavad Gita. He is absolute. Krishna, the person, and Krishna's words, Bhagavad Gita, there is no difference. Advaita, no duality. Everything is one, absolute. Krishna is absolute. Krishna's instruction is also absolute. Krishna's pastime is absolute. Everything, that is absolute, true. There is no difference. In the material world, the name and the thing is different. Suppose here is mango. The mango is the thing, and mango is the name. If I simply say mango, 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 there is no mango. There must be the thing mango. That is duality. This is the world of duality. But absolute means the name mango and the mango thing is the same. Otherwise, if they are different, then what is the use of chanting Krishna? Krishna chanting means Krishna this word and Krishna the person the same. Therefore, by constant chanting means constantly associating with Krishna, then we are becoming purified. Purified. There is no difference. So we have to understand this philosophy. Everything is there in the book. So we have to read it carefully, understand it through the teachers or gurus' instruction. In this way, if our mind becomes fixed up in Krishna, the person or the Krishna, Hare Krishna word, Sakrit, once only. Sakrit means once only, yes. Krishna Padaravindayo. Padaravindayo. Niveshita. Fully absorbed. This practice, Krishna consciousness means to practice this. How to fix up the mind always at the lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna's advice is same thing. Manmana bhava bhakto madhyaji maga namaskuru maya sakta mana prarthya maya sakta mana prarthya yogam jinjana madas. This is yoga, meditation. If you simply sit down in any place and it is commanded that in a solitary place and sitting straight, right angle, and not closing the eyes, but half open, this is yoga practice. And looking over this point of nose and observing celibacy, brahmacharya, following the rules and regulations. In this way, you can practice yoga. Not that you can do whatever nonsense you like and you have become a yogi. This bluff is going on. The yoga system, first yoga indriya samgrama, to control the senses. And now it is going on transcendental meditation, that after practicing yoga, you will increase your sex power. And that is accepted as yoga and they are paying for it. How serious. This is yoga in India is just the opposite. People want sense gratification. If somebody encourages, yes, you take this mantra and you will very powerful sex enjoy. People will pay for that, yes. Give me that. This rascal is going on. You see. So what we can do, we can simply explain, but people want to be cheated. That is the thing. Sacha bole to mare lattha. There is a Hindi proverb that if somebody speaks the truth, it is received in logal. And if he speaks lies or bluffing, then it is received and payment is there. The one scientist in Delhi, our Delhi festival, he said very nicely that we scientists, we are just like learning how to bark like dog. He said very plainly, because a dog is barking, everyone knows, but if there is a tent, an advertisement here, there's Mr. Such and Such will bark like a dog. And people will come and pay $10 fee. The man is barking. Very wonderful, let us see. So these rascals, the chemists, they are trying to manufacture living being within testing. And they are becoming very famous. Oh, now they are making life in Rascal, there are so many hundreds and millions of life up there. Every day is being created. What credit you will get if you manufacture a life within test tube? But the rascal, they are all scientists. He is now going to manufacture life. Now show me how many. Yes, we are trying. It will be in future. And of Swarup Damodar, there was one professor. He came to California. He was speaking how from matter a life can be there. He has written one volume book and he has got Nobel Prize. And the book's name is Evolution of Chemical and Life. So he is also doctor in chemistry or Samudra. He is also present there. As soon as he asked, sir, if I give you the chemicals, can you manufacture life? At the time he said, that I cannot say. Why cannot say? You are speaking the combination of a chemical brings in life. We are writing on book that life is from life, not from matter. That is not possible. These rascals are simply bluffing that from chemicals life can be manufactured. No, we challenge. So these things are going on. We want to be cheated and there are so many cheaters. Andha jathandhai rupaniyamana stepi sadantra yudami baddha. The Bhagavad has discussed everything. These rascals are andha, blind. And one blind man is promising to lead other blind men. So what will be the reason? If one man is not blind, he can lead hundreds of blind men. That is right. But if the leader is also blind, then what is the use of leading such blind men? And that is discussed in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Nate vidu sarthagatim hi Vishnu durasayadi vahirathamanina andha jatham vainupuniyamana stepi satantra hrudami badhya. Isatantra, by the laws of nature or laws of God. Laws of nature means laws of God. They accept by nature it is, but they do not know who is behind this nature. That is intelligence. Nature is dead matter. It cannot, just like this microphone, this is matter, material. What is that? Some iron, some other thing, some wood, something. But this iron-wood combination cannot take place and become a microphone. No. There is a light behind this iron and wood and he has manufactured, therefore it is one. But these rascals are thinking that combination of this iron and wood and something else, it has become microphone. No. It is a machine. But machine is manipulated and manufactured by life. Not that automatically the iron wood becomes a machine. No. So these rascals, they cannot understand that the nature is working, that's all right. But how it is working, what is the background, that they do not know. That answer is in the Bhagavad Gita. Maya dhakshena prakriti suhati sacharacharam. Under my superintendence it is working. Krishna says. That's a fact. You might have manufactured a very big machine. That is all manufactured by some life. Not that the iron and wood has come together. The skyscraper building, the bricks have come all together automatically. They say by chance. What is this nonsense? By chance these bricks have come and piled and become rooms. That's it. These things are going on. Rascals. Therefore, andha yatham virupani yamana. let him sleep somewhere. So, this is going on. Don't be misled. Ishatantra, by the laws of nature, we are bound up, tight, hands and legs. We are not independent. You cannot do anything independently. You are completely under the clutches of material nature, and behind the material nature is Krishna. Therefore, our business is to surrender to Krishna and take knowledge from him, and then you become perfect. And that is explained here. Sakit mana Krishna padaravinda. Nivesitam tad gunaragi jaya. We take instruction from Krishna. Tad gunaragi. When we understand Krishna is the Supreme, we have to take instruction from him. Nobody is perfect except Krishna. Or one who follows Krishna is perfect. Krishna is perfect, one who follows Krishna is perfect. Just like a child, he does not know what it is. But if he takes instruction from his father or teacher that this is microphone, so when he says, this is microphone, this is perfect, he may be child. But because he has learned from his father or teacher, this is microphone, and he says this is microphone, this is this, then it is perfect. So, the instruction of Krishna is perfect, and the teacher or guru who speaks the same thing as Krishna says, that is perfect. And if he manufactures his own ideas and becomes more than Krishna, then he is a rascal number one. There is no benefit. Thank you very much.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay. Vanchakalpaturvasha kripasinvacha patitanam pavaneva shambhu namo namaha. So we just heard Prabhupada's lecture, Prabhupada's instructions. We don't need to concoct any separate lecture on it. I wrote few notes, probably also. So we try to, out of many points at least, try to jiggle and understand at least few, or one at least. So it was class from Srimad Bhagavatam 6.1.19 in Honolulu. So Prabhupada first speaks about lotus feet of Krishna at the beginning. That there are like in previous verses, Prabhupada said there was discussion about different ways of atonement from sinful activities. And then culminates in this verse, which Shukadeva Goswami said, there's so many ways to atone, but he recommends this Krishna Padara Vindayog, to be absorbed in lotus feet of Krishna. That's a way to be really actually free. And I'm not sure, I don't remember exactly what are those atoning instructions from before, verses from before, what they actually do they really free one? I mean, there are some prayashchitas in the scriptures for different things. Some things cannot be actually purified. Anyway, so lotus feet of Krishna, one takes with full ecstasy, Prabhupada says. Remember that? He says, with full ecstasy. Fully absorbed, not full ecstasy. Yeah, with ecstasy fully absorbed. That means if he is fully absorbed in Krishna, then he's free completely. So still, this is very high platform. Therefore, it's most powerful. Fully absorbed. Then the sinful actions, otherwise you get reactions for it. So devotees sometimes, although they said devotees doesn't have a karma, somebody claims, but we get some reactions. Maybe not karma, but the reactions. So anyone who is fully absorbed in that, what Prabhupada says, then all these sinful reactions, what's happened? Come on, speak. Help me a little bit. What he says? Yeah, they're removed. Yeah. Prabhupada said, they're only if he absorbs in Krishna fully, then they're all. He doesn't see Yamaraja, Prabhupada said in this verse. Even in dream, yeah. Thank you. Even in Svapna, even in dream doesn't see Yamaraja. That's very interesting. We have instances that some devotees see Yamaraja. We have like in Mahabharata, what's the name? Yudhishthira, he went to hell. But then I read actually in it is in Mahabharata, is a section when Yudhishthira went to Yamaraj, then Yamaraj offered him obeisances very respectfully. And then Yudhishthira was insisting, actually, I want to see this hellish suffering, how is. And Yamaraj warned him, no, it's ghastly, don't. Yeah, I want to see, just I want to see. And then servant of Yamaraj took him through all these different hells, which are just outside of Yamaraja's, it's described as fort is there. There are few different paths leading to Yamaraja's fort. One is with roses, with beautiful lakes and nature. Another one is totally like a burning copper in a fire. So I don't need to ask who goes to which road. So anyway, he is shown the hell. It was terrible. Anyway, so he sees the hell, but he's not involved in suffering. Anyway, so they don't see the Ramaraja. They don't see Yamaraja. Those who surrender fully. So one becomes free from sinful reaction. How? Prabhupada said, how becomes free from sinful reactions in connection with Krishna? To be absorbed by chanting. Yeah, Prabhupada said by chanting. And one more very important thing Prabhupada said. He doesn't say by chanting. He said by chanting constantly. That's what Prabhupada said. It's interesting. So if he somehow, it's difficult, like always forget chanting, like doing something, God, again, and I'm chanting. And then again, something. And so difficult to remember this, although it's much easier process of meditation for this age. Chanting, to forget constantly. If you somehow come to this realization, by default, constantly chanting, then we have a chance to be Krishna conscious always. Death or life doesn't matter. If we can do it constantly, thinking of Krishna. And we can do this only if we stop feeding other things which are not connected with Krishna. In terms of what we see, what we speak, how we behave, what we think of. This is all feeding anarthas, feeding unimportant things. So constant chanting, Prabhupada said only. But then he said, we are chanting, but then again, Prabhupada said, we chant, but then somehow, what he says, remember? Oh, yeah, exactly. Thanks. Yeah. He again commits sinful activities again in this. Yeah. We pushed again. He's very strong. Yeah. So I said, anyway, because why is that easy to commit sin? Because sinful activities, Prabhupada said, sinful things are ordinary in Kali Yuga, just everywhere. There's nobody even, kind of notice or pay attention or even knows that it's sinful what they do. So it's just normal things. Actually, yeah. If you're not sinning, you look weird. Yeah, because you live in this world. You're all this world, everybody does the same. If you do something different, then of course you are drop out, how they say. Drop out. What's he doing? They try to pull you in. It's like if you want worm comes out of the stool, try to pull him out, pull him in back. That's the kind of thing, Prabhupada mentioned, Four things are very easily broken. There's a norm, As much as you do and more expertly, you're a celebrity. He's great. So much this, so much of that. So he said, and he mentioned Kali. In that time, when he mentioned Parikshit met the Kali. Then, but come on, say something. What Kali says, what?
He gives a pastime of Parikshit Maharaj and Kali. Parikshit Maharaj sends away Kali and tells him to go to where these very sinful activities are happening. Kali looks around the kingdom, but he doesn't find any place.
Yeah, proper. He couldn't find any sinful things. Yeah.
Said something. Is that what you were referring to? Kali said something.
Like, give me shelter or something. Say whatever you have on your mind.
Oh, did he say that? Like, my kingdom is Kali Yuga, and
it's my age.
I have a right to kill.
Yeah, Prabhupada mentioned that. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, the Kali Yuga. Yeah. That's interesting. And maybe you have to. I remember something like that Prabhupada says in the class. But it's therefore Mahar Parikshit, he was very strong. No way, he cannot. And then where shall I go? Kali asked, because there was no such a thing. So this thing, like, leader cannot make compromise. Just by not having such a place for Kali to thrive, Kali will die. You don't need to turn against him directly. When you remove the environment, create antiseptic, prophylactic, what's his name on Nectar of Devotion? Prophylactic and antiseptic, then there's no bacteria to thriving. So you don't need to, focus on killing bacteria. Just create that clean space. Kali cannot thrive. So that's it. Duty of the leaders. And then Prabhupada says then, in this Kali Yuga, there is no such a leader. But Prabhupada said it's duty to be trained, such a leader. See? Otherwise, if it's destined, all this, then why our society exists? We can hold Kali, and we will hold the Kali for 10,000 years. Because we create this antiseptic and prophylactic space. So Kali cannot act. We used to wait. So that means you can hold him back. Kali will take over eventually, we know that. So by our activities, we create that purity, purifying atmosphere. The duty of the leaders is to abolish these four, which is very difficult to happen. But then Prabhupada speak about next life. Nobody believes in next life anyway, so we do whatever we want in this life. But then Prabhupada mentions simply example. What is simple? What example he uses, Prabhupada, to explain that there is a next life, there is a progression. Yeah, he described. He's a boy. He's going to be older and older and age and eventually die. What's the difficulty, Prabhupada said? Self-realized person cannot understand how our brain cannot grasp. But even that example is very hard, difficult for me also. Like, this is just progressional. You have apple, for example, green apple, you have flower, you bud, green apple, it grows. It's just the same. It's not like transmigration, and an apple is ready and then falls down. That's it. So it's just the same apple. It's not different apple, different body of the apple. So how is that? Prabhupada said, yeah, you just develop his different body. He's completely changing through it. So Prabhupada mentioned that progression of the life, that, you know, in front of our eyes, but it's hard to grasp. But he said, it's obvious, but if we take instruction of Krishna on this subject matter, then we can understand, yeah. Then our problems will be solved, Prabhupada said, by taking this instruction. That is, you know, Dehinosmiyata Dehe. If we take that instruction, we can solve out our problems. He said, just do as simply, which is ABC of our knowledge is Bhagavad Gita. So Prabhupada said, do as Bhagavad Gita says. It's described there, very simple. They say we don't manufacture. We don't manufacture any new knowledge. And Prabhupada mentioned, from Sangha through all this disciple succession, it's the same knowledge. Like nowadays, it's just so popular to create new things, isn't it? To create new path. Oh, I crack it, you know, like mostly like these new age paths are connected to this law of attraction thing. And then for some so-called works, and then when it doesn't work, oh, you forgot this, and then somebody comes with another connected theory that this is why it doesn't work, this is how it will work, this kind of new things. But in Parampara, the same old teaching, standard teaching, all these avatars come, all teachers comes, Lord Chaitanya comes, Krishna, the same knowledge. Evam parapara pramtam, the same knowledge. Doesn't give something new, something the same. See how it's as a difference from modern so-called spirituality. And spirituality, from standard spiritual paths, they created new, twisted spiritual path to kind of make it so-called easier, whatever. But the same, evam parampara praptam. Krishna comes to re-establish again the same teaching, as Prabhupada said, to Sangod, down. There's a Krishna words and his presence is the same. So as often Prabhupada said, if you said, where is Krishna now, where his instructions are not valid, Krishna is not there, but his words are the same as him, he said. Spiritual is the same, but materially, word and object are different. Prabhupada mentioned mango, for example. You speak mango, you're not going to get mango. But if you speak Krishna, you will get Krishna. So again, constant chanting, Prabhupada mentioned, will purify, constant chanting. And then reading and understanding scriptures through Guru. So that's an important thing. Through Guru, understanding scriptures. Otherwise, you need, like Prabhupada gave us, painstakingly these purports to give us this understanding. Otherwise, on our own, we'll never be able to come to the absolute truth. It doesn't matter what we read. Like yoga, Prabhupada said. What Prabhupada says, yoga, real yoga, what means real yoga? You know, real yogis would be in seclusion, stare in the Rajna chakra in between the eyes, very disciplined. You cannot do yoga like, you know, concoct something. And now yoga, what Prabhupada said, means how to increase sex life, sex power. That's what Prabhupada said. That's a yoga. They are yogis. They consider them a yogi, you know, sense gratification. And people take it, yes. Prabhupada said, if we go out and speak the truth, what happened? If we speak the truth, They are not interested. Nobody cares. But if you flatter and speak lies, yes, you can do. Then, so many followers. So, yeah, they pay for it, for lies. So imagine, you speak the truth. Oh, no, we don't like it, Like Prabhupada mentioned, is famous, imitation. They like imitation. What he mentioned, it gives an example of, a scientist, like a dog barking. He said, So if a real dog is barking already, but if one man imitates dog, there's so many people who pay $10 ticket just to see the barking. Wow, 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 wow. So what's the use? If every day they cannot be, Prabhupada said, even if they create one life form out of test tube, what's the credit? All life forms are already there. But they're proud, he said, Prabhupada. They take Nobel Prize. Although they will not do. He mentioned Svarup Damodar, his disciple, when he asked on this big meeting, those men who had Nobel Prize in chemical evolution. He gave analysis of life. That's a formula of life. And then Svarup Damodar asked him, okay, if I supply you this few pounds only worth of chemicals, can you create a life? But he says, yeah, of course. No, he doesn't say that. But he says, yeah, sure. Post-data check, future, of course. Future, Let's say, anyway. That's perfect knowledge comes from parampara. So that's a Prabhupada's, basically what he wants to tell us. Constant chanting, stick to the knowledge given through Guru Parampara. Jai Shri Prabhupada, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Okay, finish. Any last thought or something? Okay. Varanga.